Because, you know, this existential threat stuff is getting kind of old, shall we say. Joy Behar. Anyway, that's Usher that's on the set with her, and he totally destroys her. I mean, I don't know if he's a Trump supporter. A lot of people were saying that. Apparently he's not. But he did kind of take offense to her, like, going straight to politics, which I agree with him. You know what? Like, an artist is an artist, and hopefully they have nice music or nice art. I mean, art's a little bit the eye of the beholder. I couldn't help but think of Hunter Biden as I talked about art. So we'll leave art aside. Let's just keep it in music, all right? If you're a musician or if you're an actor, do we really have to hear about your political views? Thank you very much. I don't want to, okay? I really don't. I would like to just enjoy your song. You know, I don't even want to see your video. I don't want to even see your video. When MTV came out, it kind of like ruined it for me. I was just a kid, and I'm like, what is this? Why do I have to see the video? I have a nice little image in my head of what this song is, and I want to go with that. Thank you very much. I'd like to engage my imagination, and now you just totally ruined it with your imagery. Anyway, they really ruin it when they start to tell us about who they prefer politically. Let's go back to this soundbite because I love it. Just watch Usher totally destroy her. I mean, she deserved this.
In this emergency that we're in, I think that behooves artists to come out and speak for Kamala against Donald Trump, because he is an existential threat to the country. What do you say to that?
You know what? I don't get too deep into politics. I didn't get a chance to watch the debate last night. I obviously have been watching like everybody else. I think voting is an individual choice. And I think that you're right. You have to look at the reality of the country that we are and the country that we want to be, and find the candidate that you feel both are who fits the category of where we want to be. And that's it. And that's what you vote based off of, who you highlight and how you choose to highlight it on whatever platform you have.
Okay, so he's kind of like talking in circles there at that point. But his first instinct was a good one, right? Like, Joy, who the H-E-double-L are you to be asking me about my politics? I think that you kind of just ought to do that yourself. And if you're an artist and you want to do that on your platform, so be it. But I'm not really that kind of artist, and I don't really want to talk about politics right about now. So I think it was a good answer. I think, unfortunately, you do have this pressure in the entertainment world to, well, everybody. I mean, Taylor did, right? Taylor Swift came out for Donald Trump. So everybody's got to, forgive me, Freudian slip. That would be Brittany Mahomes, her best friend, or, you know, so-called best friend. Maybe they're splitsy now because, well, Donald Trump said some kind of not very nice things about Taylor Swift, so Britney may be backing off. We shall see, ladies and gentlemen. But Taylor Swift came out for Kamala Harris, and somehow Joy Behar thinks everybody ought to do that, like every artist, because they need to pressure Americans into voting for Kamala Harris because Donald Trump is the existential threat to America, right? You start to ask yourself, when you keep using language like this over and over and over again, one, it becomes sort of nauseating and goes in one ear out the other. But two, you run the risk that certain people become, dare I say, radicalized by it. Like, as we started this show off, like the guy there from Hawaii that had the Harris-Biden bumper sticker on his truck in Hawaii that apparently ran into the police on several occasions there in North Carolina while he was living there. Yeah, you start to kind of mobilize the crazies, and obviously we don't want to do that, right? You don't want the crazies like coming out of the woodwork, and they think that's their only way they can win. I think that's the real problem. They're like, okay, we don't have a choice. We can't actually fight him on policy because his policy is pretty good. I mean, hey, no tax on tips. Kamala stole that one. Now he doesn't want to tax overtime. You just wait. Kamala will want to steal that one too. So if you don't have any policy to fight on, you are on your heels and you go back to, oh, well, he's just a bad guy. He's just Satan. Therefore, we hate him and we need everybody to vote against him for that reason. It's very childish, frankly. It's very, very childish. We hate him and we hate Project 2025. I mean, that one just sort of cracks me up because Project 2025, by the way, it's something that was started by Heritage. Really, really smart program, actually, but they refer to it as President Trump's Project 2025, and it's like, you guys, it's not even right. It's not actually his. I mean, I like it, and I would encourage everybody to go and check it out. Let me see if I can pop up their URL here, because it's called Project 2025, and it is 25truth.com. a pretty easy handle to remember. I mean, and it's all right there. It's really actually very, very, very good stuff and very interesting. And it has 4 great pillars, and they're talking about the kinds of things, I like to talk about. They talk about things like energy markets. They talk about equality in education, right? These are things that we actually really do need. They talk about getting rid of the so-called deep state. Well, that must be what set everybody off, because you can't do that, not without getting everybody all worked up. Anyway, go check it out, 25truth.com, because this is, ladies and gentlemen, really a wonderful set of policies. And Donald Trump should be happy, but, it's not his. So he's not going to be like set with that because he's like, it's not mine. It's not mine. I mean, look, they're good policies, but they are not his. But they keep saying this stuff, and it's like, guys, what's the deal? If you keep repeating this stuff over and over and over and over again, you think that like it eventually comes true? That's not really how it works.